For as far back as hours, Bitcoin is seeing a seriously critical dismissal precisely from our colossal area of obstruction. In the present Bitcoin cost expectation video, we'll discuss precisely where our vital focus is on, the new example that is correct now being shaped on a higher term time period, and furthermore another exceptionally fascinating graph. However, most importantly, you will see, it truly appears as though that the level we were discussing yesterday, our month-to-month high term time period area of obstruction at 27,200 certainly held. What's more, we are seeing a seriously large move towards drawback precisely from this significant area of opposition. Presently, most importantly, you will take note. At the point when we tapped our month-to-month high term, first of all, time from region here, we didn't quickly see a greater push towards drawback. Above all else, we want to wreck most of the market. For that reason you will see first swing disappointment theme here with this particular week, second swing disappointment design or a liquidity snatch on this push towards the potential gain, and solely after everybody is destroyed, solely after everybody expects we are correct now going to push much higher towards the potential gain, Bitcoin sees a critical dismissal and it's right presently exchanging roughly at our vital objective referenced yesterday at $26,500. Presently, when we got right now a push towards drawback as we have been now saying yesterday, we realized we are exchanging a rising channel with a higher likelihood of breaking towards disadvantage. Furthermore, what's more, in a real sense, each and every significant pointer was shaping a negative dissimilarity. For instance, on the 4-hour time span, you will see higher high on the Bitcoin cost, lower high on the cash stream pointer, lower high on the RSI marker. Each and every significant marker negative disparity. We realized we are at our significant area of obstruction. We realized we got a swing disappointment design or a liquidity get. We likewise realized we are in our climbing channel, exceptionally high likelihood of one more push towards drawback to occur on the Bitcoin value itself. Presently, yesterday we discussed what will be our most memorable objective, and our most memorable objective, you can as of now see it was incredibly well hit since it was and furthermore some liquidity levels underneath our past lows. We are, as of the present moment, seeing the response precisely at this particular region, not just on the Bybit graph. The liquidity has proactively been taken. Likewise, for instance, here, looking on the Coinbase diagram, additionally going on the Bitstamp graph, indeed, the lows here have previously been taken. What's more, the inquiry right presently is our everyday high term time from area of opposition, after the liquidity gets beneath our past low, go about as serious areas of strength for and of help, and we are really going to see a greater inversion back towards the potential gain. Presently, for this, I might really want to focus on the volume and the open revenue that is correct now coming straightforwardly on the lookout. Presently as far as the volume, first of all, figure we can all concur. Volume for the recent hours is seeing a tiny increment towards the potential gain. Furthermore, I would agree that it looks extremely like what we got on a push towards the potential gain. So we can all concur. We have gotten a tiny volume increment on the push towards drawback on the Bitcoin cost. Not just on the Bybit diagram, once more, likewise looking on the Coinbase graph, likewise looking on the Bitsum outline, we are seeing an extremely slight volume increment when Bitcoin is effectively pushing towards drawback. Presently, another vital thing is obviously going to be our open interest. Is cash coming or leaving the market? Presently, for the recent hours, basically looking on the Bybit diagram, we are seeing an extremely level graph here. We are not actually doing anything. Not a many individuals are entering exchanges. Not a many individuals are leaving the market. Furthermore, precisely the same thing you can likewise see here on the accumulated open interest, where the open interest diagram is extremely level. We are not exactly seeing any greater green candles or perhaps any large red candles. That being said, liquidations are likewise remaining extremely like what we have been getting currently 2 or 3 days prior. Along these lines, concerning open interest and furthermore liquidations, I wouldn't actually say we are seeing any major negative or bullish signs. As far as the volume, I would agree that it looks somewhat more negative since we are seeing a volume increment on the push towards the drawback. However, actually, we are correct now shaping on the 4-hourly time span, possibly a fresh out-of-the-box new example. What's more, this example is really going to be a pristine balanced triangle. What we can right currently do, we can interface our worse high points with a slanting area of opposition, we can interface our more promising low points with an inclining area of help, and you can see that Bitcoin can right presently be framing, on the BME diagram, an even triangle of some sort or another. Presently, this particular balanced triangle isn't apparent, for instance, looking on the Coinbase graph, or likewise perhaps going on the Bitstamp diagram. Here, I certainly wouldn't discuss the balanced triangle, however here, we can basically associate our past lows with a flat area of help here, interfacing our worst high points, and it can essentially be a dropping triangle of some sort. Presently, as I would see it, it doesn't exactly make any difference on the off chance that we have right now a dropping triangle of some sort, or perhaps an even triangle. The two of them really do have a higher likelihood of breaking towards drawback since we maneuvered into our triangle with a huge accident here. However, frankly, I wouldn't exactly be keen on exchanging the triangle one way or another. On the off chance that we begin breaking towards the potential gain, I'm not looking for a long reach purchase position. In the event that we begin breaking the triangle towards drawback, I'm likewise not looking for a pristine short reach sell position. Later in the video, we will discuss precisely where we can be searching for a fresh out-of-the-box new short or a sell position. On the Bitcoin value itself. Be that as it may, at this moment I might likewise want to impart to you an extremely fascinating outline. Furthermore, this outline will be from Plan B, where he's right presently saying that Bitcoin is still in stage 1 collection on target, and looking right now at this extremely fascinating chart, it is most certainly sharing with us that each and every time we got the blue dabs that are likewise, obviously, shaping for the recent months here, Bitcoin went on a critical bull run towards the potential gain. It happened currently back in 2014, it happened likewise back in 2017, it occurred in 2020, and furthermore right now we are seeing those blue dabs, and once more, I would say, another positively trending market is extremely prone to occur in the forthcoming months. To that end we are looking additionally, obviously, for a really long time or purchasing positions. However, I would agree that right now, it's certainly a great opportunity to collect. Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins are extremely modest as of the present moment. Furthermore, that is the reason for the following 2 or 3 months, as indicated by this chart here, it's a great opportunity to gather. Allow me to impart to you at what region Bitcoin is exchanging as of this moment. Indeed, we definitely realized we hit our everyday high term time from help clearly here. However, by and by, what we additionally need to be aware and comprehend is that yet again for the recent hours, we are acknowledged once more into our flat reach. This here, as I would see it, it's a warning. Why so? You will see it was a deviation from our reach, pivot from the highest point of the reach back towards the disadvantage. And furthermore, what you will see here, deviation from the lower part of our even reach. What's more, once more, we got a critical push towards the potential gain, precisely towards the highest point of our flat reach, where possibly, obviously, this moment, we can be framing likewise a deviation of some sort. That is the reason on the off chance that we are maneuvering once more into the reach here, it is certainly going to mean negative sign for Bitcoin, a warning of some sort. Also the thing has been occurring with our worth region high or the volume of our horizon range. We are indeed being acknowledged. Back beneath our worth region high, back underneath the area of 26,800. Once more, as I would see it, seeing acknowledgement and a push down, underneath the worth region high is a warning, negative sign for the Bitcoin value itself. Thus, most presumably right presently you're pondering, at what region might I at any point be hoping to go with a fresh out-of-the-box new short or a sell position, realizing that we are acknowledged once more into the reach here, realizing that right now we are likewise underneath the worth region high. Along these lines, what we can compose and do. Discuss a degree of obstruction. Discuss the following key level we ought to know about before possibly setting another short or an example meeting. Furthermore, here we want to distinguish a critical area of obstruction. Interfacing our past highs, associating our past low, interfacing likewise this past low, will provide us with an area of opposition precisely at our worth region high. 26,800 US dollars, and furthermore zooming shortly on the 1 hour time span you will see 1 hourly request block precisely underneath our worth region high, so we realize this here is a seriously significant area of opposition right now where we might possibly be hoping to go with a shiny new short or a sub position on the Bitcoin value itself. Presently, you want to take note of that assuming our worth region high will be broken towards the potential gain, it will be a bullish Bitcoin sign since that is essentially going to mean we are not exchanging between our worth region high and our worth region low of our flat reach any longer, which is then going to be a bullish sign for Bitcoin. Yet, as of the present moment, we are beneath the worth region high. We realize our refutation level, which will be over the worth region high, over 26,800, and in the event that there will be a response towards some site at this particular level of some sort, basically the thing I would do will be putting a shiny new short on a sell position on the Bitcoin value itself. Also, most presumably right currently you're pondering, what is our next area of help where we can be searching for a long position or where we can be removing the benefits from our short position on the off chance that Bitcoin is really going to see a greater push towards disadvantage? Presently, here I truly do have two vital levels to make reference to. The first will be another liquidity level, and our next liquidity level, obviously, will be our past lows, and this level will come up precisely at $26,200. For what reason is this region vital level? Essentially on the grounds that the mid-level of our even reach, around at our liquidity level, and furthermore the thing we can be doing, once more, going with our volume, estimating the whole reach with the volume profile here, place of control, not precisely lining up with the mid-level of the reach, yet by and by, it will be our first zone of help. Presently, as I would like to think, it must be take benefit region from our short position. I wouldn't exactly be intrigued going with a really high likelihood long situation at this particular region. Why so? Since I truly do figure we improve area of help with our week after week, which will be somewhat underneath our place of control, 25,800. Adjusting impeccably with the gold Fibonacci proportion. In this way, going from the low here, back towards our high, gold pocket precisely at our week by week. In this way, indeed, we know first objective for our short can be the liquidity level, yet a greatly improved level to then really search for purchase or long positions is truly going to be the week after week and the gold Fibonacci proportion at 25,800. Here on the Bitcoin cost. Presently, we likewise need to take note of that in a real sense negative divergences, stowed away negative divergences we discussed yesterday, every one of them on the day-to-day time span got affirmed. So we realized Bitcoin is shaping a lower high for the recent weeks here, however then again, higher high on the cash stream marker, higher high likewise on the MACD pointer, and on top of that likewise going, for instance, at the present time with the RSI marker, the very same thing. We are shaping on the everyday time span a fresh out of the plastic new higher high, and that implies secret negative divergences are being affirmed out of control on a high term time span on a few vital pointers. For that reason I would agree to you, be somewhat more mindful of Bitcoin. Yet again we realize we are acknowledged back in our level reach. We realize our nullification level, which will be somewhat over our worth region high, however all things considered. Ideally, I might really want to see marginally lower focuses on Bitcoin due to our negative divergences until obviously our refutation level will be hit. That being said, assuming possibly in the impending hours we truly do see a crazy siphon towards the potential gain, over the worth region high. Extremely basic arrangement, exceptionally straightforward nullification level, exceptionally clear focuses with our liquidity levels and furthermore our gold Fibonacci proportions here. Enjoy an incredible day and harmony out. As far back as hours, Bitcoin is seeing a genuinely basic excusal definitively from our enormous area of impediment. In the present Bitcoin cost assumption video, we'll examine definitively where are our crucial spotlights on the new model that is right currently being molded on a higher term time span, and moreover another particularly entrancing diagram, but what, in particular, you will see, it genuinely seems like that the level we were examining yesterday, our month-to-month high term time span area of impediment at 27,200 positively held. Furthermore, we are seeing a genuinely huge move towards downside exactly from this critical area of resistance. By and by, what, above all, you will observe. Exactly when we tapped our month-to-month high term time from district here, we, most importantly, didn't rapidly see a more prominent push towards disadvantage. Regardless of anything else, we need to wreck the vast majority of the market. Thus you will see first swing disillusionment subject here with this specific week, second swing dissatisfaction plan or a liquidity grab on this push towards the possible increase, and exclusively after everyone is obliterated, exclusively after everyone expects we are right currently going to push a lot higher towards the likely increase, Bitcoin sees a basic excusal and it's right by and by trading generally at our indispensable goal referred to yesterday at $26,500. Buy and buy, when we got right now a push towards downside as we have been presently saying yesterday, we understood we are trading a rising channel with a higher probability of breaking towards detriment. Besides, likewise, from a genuine perspective, every single huge pointer was molding a negative uniqueness. For example, on the 4-hour time frame, you will see higher high on the Bitcoin cost, lower high on the money stream pointer, lower high on the RSI marker. Every single huge marker negative uniqueness. We understood we are at our huge area of deterrent. We understood we got a swing frustration plan or a liquidity get. We similarly acknowledged we are